This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, we've got our new equipment, but we're in my kitchen because the back house is very hot right now. And also because you guys have very hot opinions on the camera angle. So we're still trying new things.
Yeah. We're taking an opportunity to give you one camera angle for all of you that thought a split screen looked like we were over Zoom and was giving the effect that we weren't actually in the same room. The conspiracy theories were taking off.
Oh, wow. They were. They said, where did they get another deer mural?
Also, they said we didn't cheers last week.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
Did we not?
I don't honestly, I don't remember. I was in a fugue
God.
state in the beginning to make sure everything was working properly, but I guess maybe we didn't. Not sure.
That is crazy to me.
I know. It feels like Mercury is in retrograde.
Wow. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Just be wary, guys. Mercury's in retrograde. Goofy things happening.
Okay, so don't sign any contracts. Don't. Technology will fail you.
Yeah. But a good opportunity to learn. A great opportunity to be like, oh, I shouldn't do things that way. Got it.
Okay.
Learned. I will take that and move forward with it. But I will say, today's an excellent day.
Tell me everything.
Well, I woke up and Tim Walz is the VP nominee, and I just freaking love that man.
I freaking love that man. And also, I'm just so relieved that like all the puzzle pieces are in place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, and then Kamala goes rogue and the VP pick is like someone insane.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. He feels like a dad.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get even better social media because he just absolutely crushes the quotes.
He does. Can I actually play you? Elliot sent me a video of Tim Walz on the White Dudes for Kamala live stream. And he sent it to me this morning. This is just, I love him. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Here's the great news. How often in 100 days do you get to change the trajectory of the world? How often in 100 days do you get to do something that's going to impact generations to come? And how often in the world do you make that bastard wake up afterwards and know that a black woman kicked his ass and sent him on the road?
I love that quote.
That's something that guy's going to have to live with for the rest of his life.
I love him.
I know.
He's like, he is, you know why I like him? And that is because his state likes him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes when someone gets nominated or becomes more in like the national public eye.
Yeah.
The people in their own state are like, he actually sucks. You know, it's like you have like a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend who then like gets TikTok famous. And you're like, no, he's an asshole. Guys,
he's been ruining our lives for years.
Yeah, don't believe this new version of him. And Tim Walz seems pretty through and through.
I know. What would the other, I wasn't even sure who the other suggestion was. It was for a guy from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And
Pete Buttigieg and Mark Kelly.
Yes. Because I guess Pennsylvania's a weird state, man.
Girl, it's your stomping grounds.
Adjacent. There was a river that separated.
A river runs through it.
Yeah, but that's a crazy ass state.
Well, here's the thing. It's a wide state.
It's big.
So there are
girthy.
It's got some girth, and within that, like it has varied people. You know, I feel kind of the same way about North Carolina. It's like from the coast to the mountains,
spectrum.
it's like it's as wide as so many states. So the vibe changes.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a big Tim Walz fan. Like you said, I think he's a quote machine, and I can't wait. And to see him go against J.D. Vance in a debate, like...
I cannot wait. Those are my Olympics. But it cannot be said enough how hilarious I think it is that the most effective tactic happening in the campaign right now is calling Republicans weird.
Yeah.
When the name of our podcast is This Might Get Weird.
Yeah.
I don't want people to... if you stumbled upon our podcast and thought this was about
this was like
Republicans,
an expose on Republicans.
This is the most we've ever talked about politics. Yeah. But I just think it's so funny that it's like, they're weird. Everyone's weird and it's effective and I love it. But I'm also like, every single thing we have branded says the word weird.
Yeah, you know, I didn't make that connection until right now.
Elliot put up a TikTok about it and I DM'd him and I was like, it's not lost on me. Grace and I's entire brand is that word.
Yeah, it is. And it's a wonderful word.
It is a great word.
It's powerful in a positive and cutting in a psychologically negative sense. And I love it. I love Tim Walz was like one of the first people to start using that word.
No, he was the person who launched Weird.
It's amazing. So of course you like get that guy on the ticket. And we'll see what kind of followers we bring in from drafting off of that word as it gets more of a cornerstone in the political gambit.
Well, it's more like I'm fine calling Republicans weird, but I don't want them to then like take the word like ownership of the word back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They don't know how to do that.
Okay,
They're weird.
They're weird, man, and not weird like us.
Not
I
weird
literally,
like
I
us.
have a note on here that says "weird is the new catchphrase." Oh God. Speaking of weird, I had a weird thing happen to me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we should do for it is launch another new theme song.
Okay.
This time, Critter Corner.
Critter Corner.
It is Critter Corner, y'all. It is Critter Corner, y'all.
What? This is our new Critter Corner.
I'm like, did you see Randy?
What? There's just a loose hamster on the floor.
It is Critter Corner, y'all.
This is our new Critter Corner.
Okay.
Wow. The whole reason we got this new, which you can't see in frame, like entire
Soundboard.
roadcaster is so that we could load it with these songs. And we just have not done that yet.
The Critter Corner song you just heard while we recorded this wasn't even created yet.
No, not. So that's the magic of our podcast.
That's the brilliance of us is we will go, you know what we got to do?
Yeah.
We just got to, there's no turning back. We can't not make that song up tonight.
No, we work well under pressure. Self-induced. Pressure makes diamonds, you know?
You know it. Speaking of pressure and creating stuff, you guys, we're sold out in London.
I like that we played a theme song to go into a segment, and we are completely veering away from that.
Okay. Put a pin in that. Remember to come back to it later. Okay, Critter Corner.
Yeah.
You guys know my saga with I thought I had a mouse.
Yes.
Which I think I did, and then I think he left.
Yeah, my little brother Tim was like, that is so, I feel so bad for Mamrie to sleep in the other side of her house as a grown woman because she's afraid of a mouse. Must be like a terror to a degree that I don't even know.
Okay, so there were,
He was like,
pitied me.
no, empathy.
Yeah. Empathy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks. I
Yeah.
was like,
No, yeah, my brother, hey, let me tell you real
He was
quick.
like,
My
"Man,
brother
sad
talked
girl."
My brother talked some real shit on you last week.
Hey, I respect it as long as you say it to my face, as Kamala would say. It is a level of fear. The fact that I said this before on here, I'm redundant, but it's like the fact that I slept in the same house knowing that I thought there was a mouse is gross.
Huge growth. I fully expected you to get an Airbnb, to crash somewhere, or to get a hotel.
It was wild. I mean, I was going to stay at Jacqueline's. She was out of town, but like I didn't have the spare key. Long story short. Okay, so I told you how it went, and then I told you, I don't know, did I give you a follow-up of like the exterminator came the week later?
Yes.
None of the traps had anything in them.
Yeah.
And then he was like, just for the sake of safety, as it gets hotter and like things might try to come find some places to cool off.
Yeah.
I mean, if I came in here and motherfuckers are just like catching an AC break, they're going to catch these hands. Just kidding. I would never touch them. But
Can you imagine trying to punch mice? That'd be very hard to do.
I know if one came at me, like
I'd be flailing. It'd just be limbs everywhere.
listen, I can't go into what I would do because people would be up in arms in the comments. It would just be out of fear. But anyway, so Isaiah from Orkin comes back now 2 weeks after, what went down.
Yeah.
And I obviously like nothing was in the traps because like I would have flies. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if there was a dead thing in the house, I would know.
Yeah, you would smell it immediately.
So I knew we were in the clear.
Yeah.
So the first time he came, I was a maniac and was like, can you give me 10 minutes to pack my suitcase for this wedding? Because I'm not going back there. And the second time he came, it was when I was coming back from the wedding and my flight was delayed 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then he came and it was like 8 a.m. I was again sleeping the front. Just brawless, lawless, just a crazy person. Like my
In your
serial
final
killer
form.
glasses, like all that jazz, right? So he comes back looking great, like the Orkins always do, with the white crisp button down.
In this heat, God bless him.
The level of professionalism.
Give him a linen option. Something that breathes.
A guayabera, like a Cuban button down. So anyway, he comes in. It's probably like 10 a.m. I'm actually like awake this time. And I'm like, hey, what's up, Isaiah? Staying busy? He's like, you know what, whatever. I'm like, I don't think anything's here. So he goes to my bedroom to retrieve the traps. He's on his stomach, like reaching into my closet, which is scary anyway. I mean, like,
That's a vulnerable situation.
and it's like in that moment, I'm like, there's my alien live stream, full bodysuit and green wig. Like he must be like, this girl fucking parties. Like,
Well, he's
this girl
also-
goes to raves.
Honestly, I think that like the Orkin employees that work in Los Angeles must see some shit.
Well, even when he came the first time, my house was like wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry my house is so dirty right now. And he was like, there's a difference in dirty and messy.
Oh,
He
he's
was-
seen some shit.
Yeah, he was like, your house is not dirty. You're like you're a little messy right now.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
have, like a suitcase you need to unpack. So he's on his stomach and getting it out. And he just goes, so I was sent a podcast.
What? What? Isaiah! Oh no!
No, all I did was give him props. He goes, yeah. So my friend listens to your podcast, sent it to me. And he was like, this is the best part. I love it. I got negged. He goes, I didn't know you were so funny. And I go, well, yeah, I'm not doing a tight 5 as you're coming to set rat traps in my house at 8 a.m. Like, yeah, you got a different version of me than like if we went to get a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes, she sends me this podcast and I start listening and I didn't recognize you because you had makeup on. I was like, another burn.
Whoa. Whoa. My impression of you.
He's not trying to offend me.
No, but his impression was clearly a very uptight, ugly woman.
An unfunny, ugly woman. So, I mean, he's grabbing traps. I'm like, well, okay, so I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I was in my own home fearing for my life. So he goes, I didn't realize you. He's like, it's so funny. I was like, thanks. He goes, so now it's like the clip is on like a group text to their whole office.
Wow.
He was like, you made me look really good.
Amazing.
And I was like, yeah, you had a level of professionalism. Like you were fantastic. Like
Great.
props,
Still didn't fill out that survey you guys keep asking us to fill out after you do a visit.
Oh, shat. So, but anyway, he was just like, yeah. And he's talking to me. And of course it's like, is that your job? Like, what do you do? Like all that. He's talking to me about Bill Burr. I'm like, I gotta go, Isaiah. I thought this would be like a 5-minute combo, but he was so wonderful. But I just thought it was so funny where I was like, never in my life did I think that they were going to be retrieving mousetraps and being like, listen to the podcast. I was like, the world is small, but
Isn't it crazy?
But it was just great because he was like, everyone's listened to it.
That's
like,
sweet.
You made me look great. And I'm like, well, you are great.
You're a hero.
You're a hero
Isaiah.
amongst us.
Wow. I mean, that is the wild thing about podcasting is that I forget that we put this out in the public.
World. It's not just us catching up.
When a family member tells me they've heard something, I was like, what? How did you get my password and log into my secret accounts?
You're like, did I Instagram story that?
Right? And then I think back about, 16 years of this.
Yeah.
That there's so much out there. It's as if I have been thinking I've been just like whispering secrets into a lockbox.
At this point, if you see a family member and they don't know every detail, you should be offended.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have to do any talking when I see my family. I'm like, you know everything that's going on with me, or you have access to know everything.
Yeah, I just want to be wheeled in like the Godfather and just like listen around. But so that was
amazing.
I think, now the traps are out. Now we'll just do the monthly sprays or whatnot unless something happens. But
So you and Isaiah will have a monthly catch up,
we're tight.
check in, see what kind of comedy he's been getting into.
I mean,
Whose kind of houses is, that's what I want to know. I want to know what notable people are you setting traps for and whose houses are dirty?
yeah.
Because that's how you know that you get called. The dirt is bringing critters in.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's the thing is like, I'm very, like, I would never leave food out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's maybe like half a pizza still in the box on the counter that needs to be thrown away the next day because you were drunk eating Domino's.
Yeah.
But like people leave like
out.
half-filled coffee cups and like crumbs from a sandwich places. And I'm in no way a neat freak or anything, but like that to me, and maybe it's because the association of critters, I'm just like, you're playing a risky game, bud.
That's true.
So anyway, I'm sure he's gone into places and been like, you might have raccoons in here.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm wearing pants for this. There's a lot going on. Wow.
Oh, shout out Isaiah.
Hell yeah, Isaiah. And shout out to your friend Isaiah that sent you this originally, that listens to this podcast. Thank you for listening.
Shout out to the whole Orkin crew.
To the whole Orkin crew
of the east side of Los Angeles.
You guys have always been our dudes and girls and theys, and we appreciate the service that you do. Thank you for your service.
If you'd like some free services, we'll take them.
I will not click through to that survey, but I will give you your props here publicly on a podcast.
You guys, I could get on this ad right here and tell you how obsessed I am with the Skims loungewear collection. I could tell you how soft it is, but no matter what I say, you cannot imagine how soft it is. A little puppy's belly, it's softer, baby. The best sheets you've ever tried, softer, honey. And if Skims ever makes sheets, well, then I'm screwed because I'm gonna full Willy Wonka grandparents and never get out of the bed. Here's the deal. Their loungewear collection is not only just the most comfy thing in the world, but you can also wear it out of the house, okay? It's classy. I got 2 pieces. I'm very excited because they are pretty viral, pretty popular, and I was given 2. I've got the soft lounge long slip dress and also the soft lounge long sleeve dress. I got them both in black because that's super flattering, but also because it's the only thing I want to wear. And maybe if I get it in black, I can just put different accessories on and people won't ever know the difference. But they do come in incredible colors. But you guys, I'm serious. It's the softest thing I've ever put on my body. I love wearing it on the couch. I love wearing it out to dinner. I only hate taking it off. I am obsessed with it. You have to give it a try. If you have been living under a rock, then you haven't heard about this collection. It's viral. Everyone's loving it. The reviews are insane, and you've got to give it a try. I know I sound like a little unhinged about Skims, but I resisted it forever. And then when I finally got to put some on my body, I was like, oh, okay. This is why Skims is popular. And now I only wear their underwear. I only wear their pajamas. And now that loungewear has come into play and I can wear it out of the house. Oh, I am unstoppable. And by that, I mean I am the most comfortable person in the world. So you got to give it a try and you got to tell them that we told you to go give it a try. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to shop the Skims soft lounge collection. I'm not even kidding. The black strap dress. Oh, too good to be true. Okay, go to skims.com for the Skims soft lounge collection. It's now available in extra, extra small and 4X. And if you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and then select This Might Get Weird in the drop-down menu that follows. This might just get to be the most comfortable thing you've ever tried on your body. It's butter, baby.
Going online without ExpressVPN is like not closing the door when you use the bathroom. Even if you think you have nothing to hide, why give random creeps a chance to invade your privacy? Because all your traffic flows through their servers. Internet service providers, including mobile network providers, know every single website you visit. And in the US, ISPs are legally allowed to sell that information to advertisers. ExpressVPN reroutes 100% of your traffic through secure, encrypted servers, so your ISP can't see your browsing history. How lovely! ExpressVPN hides your IP address, making it extremely difficult for third parties to track your online activity. It's easy to use. You just fire up the app, you click one button, and you get protected. And it works on all devices, phones, laptops, tablets, and more. So you can stay private on the go. And it's rated #1 by tech reviewers like CNET and The Verge. I love ExpressVPN when I want to watch, let's say, Eagles games that are not available to me in Los Angeles. Scramble the IP, and boom, I can watch East Coast games on the West Coast. Protect your online privacy today by visiting expressvpn.com/TMGW. That's expressvpn.com/TMGW. And you can get an extra 3 months for free. expressvpn.com/TMGW.
Okay, so what have you been up to? What's up?
Oh,
What's
girl,
the scoop?
I am deep in this
are.
Olympics.
You are.
I am watching it every day. I am obsessed with the stories. I am obsessed with the culture of sport. Like, I'm all in. I was trying to think of what I actually did this weekend. And it's like, I watched a lot of people succeed
their
and
dreams.
fail. Yeah.
Well, I know one thing you did this weekend, and that was you wrote a Patreon post about how much track and field meant to you when you were younger. And I was like, this is so sweet.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's I forget that like I did track a lot in high school, and that was like the one thing that I really like identified, I guess, as when I was in high school of like, oh, sports.
Just running away from other people.
As fast as like my big gangly legs could take me. And I forgot that like, oh, you feel like it's so important when you're in high school, and then when you graduate and you go out into life, you don't follow sports, but it was like a very defining moment, and it shapes your character a lot. And then watching the Olympics, you see everyone that stayed in
Continued to do it, even though it wasn't their like moneymaker.
Dude, I remember years ago when the London Olympics were happening and YouTubers were starting to get like very popular, and YouTube was doing this push to take a lot of creators to the London Olympics.
Never got the invite.
I was like on the fringe of getting the invite, but I was so like terrified of going because I was like, that's a world that like, professional sports. And now I'm like, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I want to go talk to these athletes. I want to go be around this like environment. I think it's so fun. I've been watching the multi-view events all damn day. Like the way that it's presented now, love it. The options of flipping through the 4 different screens.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the Olympics.
I don't know what you just said.
Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Barbecue Showdown, and I haven't watched any of the Olympics.
But you probably know all the main things.
I know it because of TikTok. Like Alana Mar, how do you say her name?
Mayer. Oh, Alana Mayer. She's on my list of like, I'm obsessed with her.
I'm obsessed with her. She's so funny on TikTok.
She's like the unofficial spokesperson of women's rugby. Rugby Sevens, the U.S. women's team got a bronze medal. I think it's the first women's rugby medal, and it was
the U.S.
For the U.S. And
rugby is no joke, man.
Dude,
They
it's so crazy.
skulls.
It's so crazy. I'm trying to find the girl that actually got the winning. It was like literally in the last second of the game. Oh, right. Alex Cedric. Yeah, she like gets a conversion and like runs it down the field. It's like the most like sports movie moment play. Mm-hmm. And then they got a $4 million donation to the sport.
I saw that.
So like it's actually putting eyes and publicity on this sport, which is amazing. But Alana is like running around the Olympics.
Having the best time.
The funniest person. They're so strong. The other end of the spectrum, I'm obsessed with Steven Nedorosik. Is that
the pommel horse guy?
Pommel horse guy.
I mean, I already feel kindred to him because he's blind as a bat.
Yeah, and I also love the layered John Green obsession with him. Like
he's obsessed with
John Green has been making videos about him, tweeting about him, and like that how much he's doing for like nerd culture.
I didn't know if you meant pommel horse guys obsessed with John Green.
I mean, I think it goes 2 ways now.
Oh, it's reciprocated.
Yeah, but John Green, and I love watching from the outside of these connections being made, and also his girlfriend Steven.
Well, I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, his girlfriend is so sweet. I've been following her Instagram of cheering him on, which is just like, so cute.
When I made the little analogy with like, I think we were talking about Tim Walz, where I'm like, well, thank God, like his state likes him, and it's not like all of a sudden someone gets big and you're like, he's actually a dick. Like this guy, can you imagine like having a boyfriend or fiance or whatever they are? Yeah. And I'm not sure, like, surely you have a job outside of pommel horse.
I believe he does.
I'm assuming he has a day job. You know what I mean? Like
he's like a data science. He's into data. That's like that
makes sense.
Yeah, because his pommel horse scores like he's a specialist. So he was brought in specifically.
No, I know. Yeah. I know he like didn't do anything else except pommel horse.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you imagine if we before the lore of this guy, like if I started dating Chip, and I was like, by the way.
Yeah.
He goes and he practices pommel horse every night.
Yeah.
Like out of the gate, would you think that's cool?
I got to know how they met, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Cause like
was he doing it in college and they met in college? Did he pick it up?
Yeah. If she had zero context and this guy was like, I like to throw my straight as an arrow body around.
Asparagus.
Yeah.
He's an asparagus.
A stalk of asparagus just swinging around with my eyes closed. It would be like, how do you...
It's a jarring hobby.
But also the dedication, I think, outrules like what the actual sport is.
But I'm just saying, like, it's feel amazing. Like if they've been together 7 years or something, and for then now he becomes like the golden boy of the Olympics and everyone loves him. Like, I can't imagine I would be crying for months.
Yeah.
Like the amount of pride you would have to be like, yeah, okay, everyone who kind of made fun of me when I was like, yeah, he does the pommel horse without his glasses.
Yeah, he wears his glasses up until the last minute, and then like a bat, he feels in the dark for where his hands must go
He's
on
like,
this big bench.
Were you raised in a cave? Like, yeah, he like can figure it out. But also too, I wonder if part of it is taking off the glasses is like you don't really have to see the audience.
No, it's great. They were saying in an article that he wears the glasses for comfort and for superstitious reasons. That he's got an eye condition inside. Correct me if I'm wrong. I read somewhere that his eyes are like dilated all the time, so he has to wear his glasses. He can't wear like contacts, which is why he looks like he's like sleeping or napping on the sidelines, but a lot of it's just to like protect his eyes. And then also superstitious reasons, because can you like the absolute pomp and circumstance of him getting up, taking his glasses off, folding it up, and then just trying to find his way to the pommel horse. Like, that's
it's just
magic.
me to go pee every night.
And when he gets off, the best thing is when he gets off the pommel horse, he has to like, everyone's cheering when they won the bronze medal, the men's gymnastics team. He did his pommel horse. And they won. And so everyone's like cheering, but everyone's trying to get him his glasses so that he can put them back on again.
Like see and feel the moment.
And see where he is. And like, man, how beautiful for him to have this moment at the Olympics. And I saw an Instagram post where he was like, something to the effect of, I am shaped by the people around me, and I am a direct reflection of those that have like nurtured or taken care of me. And I was just like, how? He's a man of the people.
Is this a particularly inspiring Olympics, or are they always like this?
I think they're always, well, see, I guess what happened, because I was like, why am I so into this? And this feels brand new. Because Tokyo happened during the pandemic. And so no one was there. And I don't remember watching a second of Tokyo.
So we're a little Olympic starved.
Yeah. So this is like, we're back, baby. And it's just been, I've been so dialed in. It's been so fun. You probably saw the French pole vaulter whose big dick got in the way.
Dick. Okay.
But they're saying obviously his shins and his feet or something hit the pole first, but the dick
Let's talk
the
about
whole
the
way
bulge.
down.
Let's talk about the bulge.
Should they? I mean, there's got to, at what point sports has advanced so much and there's so much money into like the evolution of like sports technology of like what you're wearing. How is there not like a tucking device for men?
I literally was like, why wouldn't you tuck like a drag queen?
That's what I said. Why don't you tuck like a man?
Tuck like, yeah, like there's no, your dick didn't like bloat.
Yeah.
Your dick has been that big.
Yeah.
And you have pole vaulted, I can't even imagine, tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of times.
And
You're
that's
telling
just
me,
pendulum swinging, pendulum swinging.
you're telling me that bulge hasn't
happened before?
gotten in the way before enough to where you decide to wear like some compression shorts?
Right. Unless he was wearing compression shorts. I did see somewhere, some Instagram headline that like OnlyFans or something is like offering him money, or some porn company is like offering him money or something. But yeah, he really made a splash there.
He made something.
Can you imagine being his girlfriend?
And you're like everyone knows my boyfriend is packing a hog.
Yeah.
Is hanging rope.
Hanging meat.
I don't know if that's the right. Yeah. What? Hanging rope. I don't know what
rope?
I don't know if that's the right phrase.
I'm also obsessed with everything that Snoop Dogg is doing at the Olympics.
He's a national treasure, and it cannot be. And I need him to come back to start working on the Kamala campaign.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I need.
It's reported that he's getting paid like $500,000 a day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, to do his reporting. So everyone's like, we know why Unk's having the best time over there.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, but he's wearing, I don't know if you saw the post where he's got a personalized t-shirt of all the female athletes of each sport that he's going to, of just like them on a shirt and a jacket. And it's so great.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
And tell you about something that I recently watched that is not even close to being in the echelon of Olympics, but damn, it was good.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, MILF Manor 2. Now, let me talk to you about this. Okay.
Tell me about it, because I just got my hair done with Carrie, and she was telling me about season 2, and holy shit.
Okay, well, now you probably already know about it, but
I do know the premise.
okay, well then I'll say it to them, but I wish you would be shocked.
But
Carrie,
remind me.
So basically, I watched the first MILF Manor.
Yeah, and remind me the original premise.
It was really bad. The original premise is like they invite like 20 cougars.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden the twist is, oh, and here are all your sons.
Right.
So like the sons thought they were going on a regular dating show, like with older women, but not their moms. The moms thought they were going on like a dating show, but not the sons. So it's basically like they're all dating each other. So a mom is like sharing a bedroom with her son.
And so they're all dating the sons.
Yeah.
Or trying to date
it becomes,
the son.
So it becomes like, she's not classy enough for my son. So it's like inner mom, like it's like MILFs fighting each other.
Mama bears fighting cougars.
Yeah, it's like fighting for the attention of the boys while also being judged by that boy's mom, while also being aware who your son is dating. But like
motherhood is a trip. Can you imagine
crazy.
being horny and protective of your son all within the same 4 seconds?
I want to walk into the ocean with weights on my feet. So I watched it and it was really bad, and it was shot at like, a 2-star resort in Cabo that they got all of it. Like it was just not well done. It was just gross.
Yeah.
It was just kind of gross. I don't even know if I finished it. So Jacqueline's like, there's a MILF Manor too. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. She was like, I watched the first episode.
You can do
it. So this one.
This is your Olympics.
Already I'm into it because it's like, they went from like, oh, this looks like a place where I would get Montezuma's revenge, and like my unlimited draft beer is in a dirty cup.
Yeah.
To now they're like at a lake house, probably shooting in Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's
tax breaks.
It's well lit.
Nice.
It's less gross.
Got it.
So here's the twist.
Yeah.
So same thing, but it's not like it's MILFs and younger guys, but they're not related. It's not My Son Is Here. Okay. It's like, here's 12 guys who like older women.
Yeah.
And here's 12 older women, which by the way, like half of them are like 3 years older than me.
Yeah, I was going to say, what constitutes a MILF?
I mean, there's a couple that are like early 60s, but there's also like, I'm Barbie, I'm 45. And I'm just like, oh God. But so anyway, so it's cute. They're all flirting. It's not gross. It's fine. They make some connections. Okay. Here's the twist.
Yeah.
Episode 2, they bring in the guys' dads.
Yeah.
So the twist is, and the dads are hot. So the twist is, do you really want to date these young idiots, or do you want to date their hot dads? But here's why I am recommending this. 1, because I love trashy dating television.
Yeah.
But 2, there's like this is why I feel like they should have just named this something else. There's like a father and son that like haven't spoken in 5 years.
That's I was going to say like the freaking Freudian psychology that's happening of complexes is just, man, they are milking it.
So they are milfing it. And so it truly is like, there's fathers and sons reconnecting on it.
Wow.
There's like fathers who realize like, oh, I have the same, sons who are like, oh, I have the same problem with women as my dad does. Break the cycle. So anyway, never did I think I would come on to our podcast and recommend MILF Manor season 2.
Wow.
Let me just tell you this. You don't have to see the original. They do bring one person back from the first season, but and she's a trip, Kelly. But you don't have to see it.
Okay.
It's not a sequel. It's its own being.
Okay.
You will crush it in a day.
Really?
Oh.
I mean, so the dads and sons are technically competing for the women. Okay. Wow. I mean, that is some family shit. Yeah. That is real. I mean, can you imagine if your new stepmom, you went on a date with her?
It's all messed up.
Yeah, they're breaking through like some of their psychology and conditioning and all the cycles of whatever, while creating brand new layers.
While all of a sudden it's like, well, I got through my abandonment issues with my dad, but now I have an Oedipus complex.
Yeah. Oh man, they don't give a fuck.
It was really good. I love it.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Worth watching. Set your laundry to permanent press because it's time to give Golden Nugget Online Casino a spin. With hundreds of the most exciting games, Golden Nugget lets you live it up in your downtime on classic and exclusive slots only found on our online casino. Take a load off while you wait for your load of laundry and say hello to your golden era. New players can get $77 instantly in casino site credits. All you have to do is sign up with code TMGW and deposit just $7 to get 77 in casino site credits. Make any moment golden. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. One per customer max. Reward of $77 in site credits that expire in 168 hours. See site for reward playthrough requirements and terms at goldennuggetcasino.com/welcome.
I have a granny rant.
Yeah, let's do it.
Granny rants. Granny rants. Granny rants. We got a problem with something.
Excellent.
We got a problem with something. This isn't so much granny, but it is a rant.
Yeah.
I flew on Thursday because I said I want to get the heck out of town, and so I booked like day of flight to Napa.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you know what? I can get a ticket up to Napa for $100, and the flight leaves in 4 hours. Fantastic. Now let me tell you, when I got there, literally Burbank, drive 15 minutes. I get there, they're like, you're delayed 3 hours.
Damn.
And so this isn't the rant, but when you get somewhere and you're like, so I don't want to pay another $40 Uber home to hang out, to come back, to pay $40 to go through TSA. Yeah. So now I'm like, now I'm just at Guy's Grill for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I want more on that later. More on that later.
There's only so much.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a rant about that too. But anyway, I flew and I ended up landing at like 12:30 when I was supposed to land at 9.
Okay.
I'm already like tired. I think there should be a rule on flights that you can't put on perfume. In the same way that like if someone had a peanut allergy, they wouldn't be opening peanuts.
Yeah.
You're telling me you can just willy-nilly spray intense scents? The woman beside me started going crazy on perfume.
Actively spraying it in the plane? I thought she came on
12:30 at night in the morning.
That's a MILF going out.
Well, so obviously she was being picked up by a lover.
Yes.
Because if you're doing that for like your parents, you're weird. But I think there should be a rule of you are not allowed, in the same way where it's like you have to wear headphones. Don't noise pollute.
Yeah.
There should be don't scent pollute.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Besides farts, we're all gonna fart. But like perfume is psychotic.
Yeah, that is, to do it when you get off the plane.
That's what I'm saying. This isn't the 90s.
It's not like it develops over time that you need to do it a half hour before you see someone.
Thank you. It isn't sunscreen.
Yeah.
And also it's like, it's not 1996. You're not going to exit the plane and your lover is right there with a sign. You have at least 100 yards.
Yeah.
There is a bathroom before you see anyone.
Yeah.
When you exit an airport. Even at Charles Schultz.
Yeah.
Peanuts Airport.
It's there.
It's the tiniest airport. You're still.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I think it should be illegal.
I agree.
That's my rant.
I agree. I don't know how you get that going, but I do agree that is
we're going to lobby in Congress is what we're going to do.
Yeah, Walz, hey, listen, I got a platform for you. I can do a rant.
While we're in Rant Town.
This is a consistent fuck you to J.K. Rowling.
Oh, God, yes. She's the worst.
A brain-rotted bitch, to say the least.
I think that might be the most hardcore I've ever heard you.
Yeah.
A brain-rotted bitch?
Well,
BRB?
Because I was catching up with the fact that, we all know the boxing stuff that's gone down.
Yeah.
It's just like
the transphobia
absolute insanity. Truly disgusting and like weird in the worst way.
Yes, not in our kind of weird.
No, and Caliph, the boxer, I hope I think she's already won a medal or she was in contention to win a medal, still has another match to go. Maybe it's happened by the time this podcast comes out.
She's the one that they said was trans, and she was like, I was actually born female.
Yeah, she's an Algerian boxer.
But
the whole conspiracy theory is also
crazy.
this fucked up thing with this like Russian-supported boxing federation. So there's layers to this, and the fact that J.K. Rowling, from her actual black mold rotted place.
Hold on, I got sucked in.
Yes,
to it. Okay.
So there's a conspiracy.
Explain to the people if they haven't heard about it.
I'm just getting introduced to this. I was just listening to Tyler and Corey talk about it, and I was like, oh my God. And so there is, on Twitter, people have found in the background of her profile photo what appeared to look like black mold growing on the walls in this place wherever she is, because they have photos of her in this same place from previous years, and there's less, like you can see the progression of this mold growing on these walls.
Right, like if you saw it in its current state, you might go, oh, this is some weird like, you know, like we're trying to make the house
thing.
look.
I'm doing a painting effect on the wall.
I want this to look like an old villa, but everyone's saying, that's black mold.
That's straight up black mold, and that straight up rots your brain. And she hasn't, I guess, said anything.
Denounced it.
But she changed her profile picture.
Yep.
And now they're saying it looks like there's like a dildo in the background of her profile picture. Right?
I'm sorry, did I Airbnb your black mold home?
Yeah.
And leave my dildo?
So this transphobic brain rot might be a literal brain rot that's happening. But just like, what a fucking weird woman that like
BRB
in her black mold castle is just like tweeting about Olympic boxers?
Like, stay in your lane.
Stay in your weird fucked up lane, you hateful bitch. I was getting so worked up about it yesterday because these athletes, one, they are women. They have been born women. They showed, quote, higher levels of testosterone. I show higher levels of testosterone because I take a pill that reduces my estrogen right now. But I am all
cancer, you asshole.
And there's like EPPOS or something. There's all these different like medical things.
Right.
But then it just was like, this is
JK.
The peak of their sport. Like, this is their dream. This is what they've worked so hard for. And these hateful bigots are just coming out of their like woodwork, their fucked up woodwork. And
it's giving
like,
Grey Gardens.
Yeah.
It's giving the house is going to cave in on her.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a story about like a hateful woman who's the environment turned against her.
It's just, it's frustrating and confusing. And I feel for the boxers that are rightfully winning medals in the sport.
Also, you know who I wouldn't pick a fight with?
A boxer? An Olympic boxer?
Who could knock me into a different county.
Yeah.
You know, I'd maybe be like, I'm going to go for this, what is it called when they swim in together?
Synchronized
swimming.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a whole other, that's another thing like a pommel horse where I'm like, how do you get into this?
Oh man, I've been watching the water polo. The way they tread water as if they're holding flotation devices and they're not is insane. And the way they like pull each other into the water, it is aggressive.
I get nervous with just 2 pool noodles.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm still going to have to kick my feet a little bit.
I need to hold a wall. Just a little bit. I need to hold a wall.
Oh, okay. Here was just one more little like headline I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't even read that much about it. I saw a headline that was like, Kesha admits she didn't know the butcher knife she used on stage at Lollapalooza was real. So here's the deal.
Whoa, what?
Lollapalooza just happened. As we know, our girl, Chapel Roan, had like the biggest crowd. So I wish I was there because my friend who hooked me up at Bonnaroo was like, are you in Chicago? Cause Melanie was headlining. And so she was just like, I can give you all the same shit I did at Bonnaroo. And I was like, I would fly to Chicago tonight.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I guess Kesha in her routine, in her stage show, there's like one thing where she's like dancing with like a knife.
Okay.
And like stabbing at people.
Yeah, like Britney.
You know, well, yeah, an ode to Britney, if you will. And obviously it's a prop knife.
Yeah.
But I guess unbeknownst to her.
Oh no.
Like someone on her crew, whoever the prop master is, or whoever, I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers. Couldn't find the prop knife. So they just replaced it with a real one and forgot to tell her. So she was on stage at Bonnaroo wielding a real fucking knife.
Oh my God.
Is that not the most Kesha headline you've ever heard?
That is wild.
I read that headline and I was like, simulation.
Wow.
Like, of course Kesha accidentally had a real butcher knife on stage, like chasing after her dancers, holding it up to herself. Insane.
That's where I love first the introduction to the artistic progression is that she's running around with a knife on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Love it.
Choices, art, we love it. And that, the prop, whoever's responsibility it was just put a real one here for now.
Put a real one? Like what if it was like
the potential for bad is terrifying.
so bad?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Wow. Well, everyone check your knives.
Check your knives, everybody.
Check your knives.
And with that,
Isaiah, if you're listening to this episode, I hope you really enjoyed the spectrum of conversation.
he goes back next time and he's like, I didn't know you guys were so fired up about perfume and trans rights.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, but as we talk about, I'm going to go back to what we put a pin in. Our London show is sold out. Our Dublin show is almost sold out. So get on it.
Get those Dublin tickets, y'all.
And we can't officially announce, but we might be having a second London show.
Yeah, we're pretty
trying.
sure, but of course, when we try to do, if we are too sure, then something will happen and it'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So there's a possible another London show.
So I'm just saying, we were getting DMs about like, will you add another or what not? So your wish might be granted.
Yeah. Hopefully we know soon and we will let you know.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing the rest of the day? What are you up to?
Oh, what am I doing the rest of? I got to go back and watch the Olympics. It's only on for a few more. I was late coming here because I was watching track and field.
I know.
And it's only on for a few more hours, our time. This is like the prime time.
Wait, this is the last day?
No.
Oh,
I'm just
you are in it.
Track and field started and I'm just like super into it. I was watching 400 hurdles before I came over here and there's all these amazing athletes in it. And it's like, I'm having a great time.
I love that you're in it. I'll look at the highlights on TikTok.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And then I'll complain that I stayed up till 2 a.m. looking at TikTok.
No, I literally stand up watching the TV and root for these athletes like I've been following their careers for my whole life. Like I've become my father, which is what he used to do all the time.
And you'd be like, Dad, why are you so invested? You've known who this person is for 36 hours.
I literally have been screaming, come on, girl. Like literally that verbatim where Elliot's like, do you know her? I'm like, no, I just learned who this person was.
Well, I'm excited because I have a bunch of work to do still, but Chip is on his way home.
Nice.
With Larry Bones.
Nice.
And he's here for a few days. And so I am getting excited to, maybe I'll watch the Olympics, but when you you probably haven't experienced this, but one of the things about being in a relation where like they're on the road a lot is like we save things to watch together.
Yeah, that's nice.
So now I need a day where I fully TikTok terminology is where I just rot.
Yeah.
I want a day where I'm like, I got us not just our favorite snacks, like multiple rounds of snacks. Where it's like at 2 p.m. we're doing queso, salsa, this.
Amazing.
At 5 p.m. we're doing this. And put a whole day together where you're like, I took 15 steps.
That's so sweet.
That's what I want, baby.
Love it.
That's what I'll get.
Love it.
Oh, well, shout out Isaiah.
Yeah.
No shout out for J.K. Rowling.
Even though.
But I love that you just coined BRB.
BRB.
Brain rotted bitch.
Yeah.
This got weird.
Yep.